What's going on, guys? I'm Scott with the Invicta Arts and Training Center, and we are all about health here, and this series is all for our seniors. So those who are older in life, we want to be able to provide you education that allows you to live a longer and more flexible, give you more ability to move around freely and lower your risk of falling. So this series is for you. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you some easy routines that allow you to stretch better, open up your hips, and help you move more freely throughout life. Take this at your pace. The reps and sets are just general. If you go to do any of this stuff and you can't do that many reps, that's totally fine. Do what you're capable of doing. We're gonna be doing 3 sets of 12. If you need to do 5, do 5. And then you'll build up from there. But an education point. As we get older, everyone teaches balance prevents you from falling. That is incorrect. It is not about your balance. It is about your hip mobility. I'm sorry, if you walk like this, I don't care how ripped your core is, the second you get hit from the side, if you can't extend this leg out like that, you're not going to catch yourself. You will fall and go over, because guess what? Your mobility in your hips only allows you to go here. Well, I don't care how ripped you are. Once you get here, you're going over. It's just going to happen. So it's all about your hips. If you walk like this, your core is not the problem. Your hips are. We need to be able to open those up and freely move so that when we go to fall over, I can catch myself. That's what these stretches are for. So what I want you to do is go grab a chair, bring it over. We're gonna go to the edge of the chair. Legs are gonna be straight out, and we're gonna do 3 sets of 12, reaching for our toes, like this. So you reach for your toes as far as you can. You're then gonna point your feet and flex your feet. Point your feet and flex your feet. Point your feet and flex your feet. And relax back up. And we're gonna do that 12 times. So that was 1. Reach forward, point your feet, flex your feet. Point your feet, flex your feet. Point your feet, flex your feet. Relax. That's 2. And like I said, go at your own pace. Point your feet, flex your feet. Point your feet, flex your feet. Point your feet, flex your feet. Relax. That's 3. Reach back out. Point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet. Relax. That's 3. Reach back out. Point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet, and relax. That's 4. Reach back out. Point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet. That's 6. Reach back out. Point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet. Relax. That's 7. Reach back out. Point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet, and relax. That's 8. Reach out. Point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet. That's 8. Reach back out. Point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet. That's 9. Reach back out. Point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet. That's 10. Reach back out. Point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex them. That's number 11. Last one. Reach all the way out. Point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet, point your feet, flex your feet, and relax. That's 12. So that's going to release our hamstrings and our calves. You're probably feeling that pretty good. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get into our hip flexors. So our hip flexors tie from our hips up behind our abs and into our lower back. So when we do this exercise that I'm about to teach you, You might start, if you're super tight, you might start to feel lower back pain. Don't be concerned. Obviously, keep it at bay and make sure it doesn't get too bad. But we're gonna be opening up your hip flexors, and that ties to your lower back, so you might feel that. So what you're gonna do though is have your feet set even with your shoulders. You're then going to rotate, grab the back of the chair as much as you can, grab your knee. You're gonna gently pull yourself, trying to look behind you, and then coming back forward, and then reaching the other way. Pulling and reaching back behind you, and then coming through and going the other way. You're gonna do this 12 times. So that was 1. Reach around, pull, and if you can grab the other end of the chair, even better, but we'll keep it light and just go with the knee for me. Reach back. That's 2. Go this way, reach, and then come back and go the other way, reach, and that's 3. Reach around, coming back, and that's 4. Reach around, go this way, reach back around, and go this way. That's 5. Going around this way, and then back through. That's number 6. Reach around this way, and coming back through. And each time, you want to try and get further and further with that reach. Number 7. Good. Number 8. And like I said, also take this at your own pace. If this is too fast, go ahead and slow down. I'm just giving you the reps, but I also want to make sure that for others, we don't get too slow. This is number 9. Good. Number 10. Number 11. And number 12. Ooh. On that 12th one, I got really good lower back pop. Okay, so we've released calves and hamstrings, getting into those hip flexors, working some of our torso. Now we're gonna get into those hips. So what you're gonna do is, in this position, press back into the chair. You're going to take your right leg and move it out as far as you can and bring it back in. Move it out as far as you can and bring it back in. And we're gonna do that 12 times. This is number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and notice I'm just going straight out to the side there. Don't worry about necessarily getting a lift. We're gonna do that next. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And relax that out. And like I said, go at your own pace with this. Now the other leg. Out and in. That's 1, 2, 3, 5, and I can already feel my hip popping. It's 5:30 in the morning, so my body's waking up. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. Rest, shake that out. If you're feeling kind of stuck, go ahead and get up, shake it out a little bit, come back into it. So, really, really good. Now, we're gonna do the lift part. So, you can come forward a little bit on your chair if that's okay. If you need that support, sit back in there. It doesn't matter either way. Now what we're gonna do is we need that hip to be able to open up and come out. So all you're gonna do is raise your knee up as high as you can, bring it out as far as you can, and bring it back down. Bring it up, in, down. We're gonna do that 12 times. So number 2, up, out, down. Up, out, down. That's 2. Up, out, down. Up, in, down. 4. Down, up. Number 5. Up, out, down. Up, in, down. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. Number 10. Number 11. Number 12. Good. Relax. Let that leg relax. Figure out if you're feeling loose or you're feeling tight. Just wiggle around a bit. And now we're gonna do that other side. So with the other leg, it comes up, out, down. Up, in, down. That's 1. Down. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. Number 6. 7. That's 8. Number 9. 10. Number 11. Last one. That's 12. So, what you also might learn from all that we just did, if one side is more difficult than the other to do this stuff, that side needs a little more love. So you can add a couple more reps to that side just to make sure it gets a little more love. Do not get away from that side. Don't be like, okay, let's say my right leg goes out 12 times. I go to do my left leg and it does 6 and then I'm hurting. Rest, relax, do a little massage into where you're feeling that pain. Go a little lower and a little higher. Relax, give yourself a moment and then finish those reps, okay? Because you don't want one side to get way better and one side to stay weak. Just because you can only get 6 done doesn't mean that's where you stop. I would rest, relax it out, and guess what? Finish those reps, do that side, because that's gonna help this weaker side, if that's the side that's weaker, it's gonna help that side start to catch up versus going all out on this side, getting half the reps, and then stopping and moving on. Don't do that. Hit pause, move on from there. All right, now for those who are really tight and really struggling, and say you struggle to get up from the chair, or you're do one of those, we're gonna do chair sits. So we're gonna turn this guy sideways, okay? And what you're gonna do is, the more forward you are, the easier it is. The more back you are, the harder it is. So you decide where you want. If it's a big struggle to get out from a chair from this side, you may want to be a little more forward so you can help yourself. But as you progress this, try to get up without your hands going on your knees. So we're going to do this 12 times. So without our hands, if you can. If you need your hands to help you, that's okay. But if you can do it without your hands, do it without your hands. So we're going to lift up and sit back down 12 times. So we're going to go up, 1, back down, up, 2, and back down, up, 3, and back down. And one thing that I'm not doing is I'm not letting actually I'm gonna turn it this way as you keep going. I'm not letting my knees, I'm not letting them come inward and come outward. That's terrible. I keep my knees out and I bring them out as I come down. Knees out as I come down. I believe that's 7. Good. Number 8, and if I'm a little off, you're okay, you got this. That's 9. 10. And again, go at your pace. 11. Good. And 12. And back down. Breathe it out. Grab water if you need it. Relax. Take a pause if you need it. For those that are ready to go again, we're going to do all that stuff again, and we're going to do 3 rounds of it. So that was our first round of exercises to help free up and make our body more mobile. So we're back to this guy. We're reaching out for our toes. We're going to do this 12 times. I'm going to speed this up just a little bit just to make sure that the video keeps progress. So here we go. Remember, come to the edge of your chair. Make sure you're not going to slide out of it though. And then we reach. So reach all the way out. Point your toes, flex them 3 times. And relax back. Number 2, reach out, point, flex 3 times. And come back. Number 3, reach, point, flex. Relax. Number 4, reach, point, flex. Reach back. Number 5, reach, flex, point. 3 times. Number 6, reach. Number 7, reach, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. Number 8, reach, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. Number 9, reach, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. Number 10, reach, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. Number 11, reach, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. And number 12, reach, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, and relax. And then sit back in the chair. Good. Remember, our second exercise was twisting our torso, getting at those hip flexors. So, also, if at this point your body's starting to hurt, stop. You're not trying to get to some event. Take this at your own pace, okay? But we're gonna go 12 side to side. So, having those feet set, I'm gonna rotate, grab the back of the chair, grab my knee, and push inward. And then look behind me, and go in the other way. That's 1. Go for number 2. And that's 2. Number 3, reach and reach. And you'll notice what's also happening here. You're probably starting to feel it in your neck a little bit. That's a good thing, but don't overdo it. Number 4. So if you start to feel neck pain or a headache, go ahead and stop this one and switch to the next exercise. Number 5, which is those hips. Number 6, but over time, that's going to be good for your neck. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. Number 10. Number 11. And number 12. And relax. Whew. Good job, good job. I know I probably went a little faster there, but take it at your own pace and you can catch up. You can pause the video and hit play whenever you're done. Okay, next, we're back into those hips. And remember, this one's just to open up as wide as I can and bring it back in, okay? This is not to raise up. Eventually, you'll do both together, but not for this video. So, all right, we're doing 12 each leg. So right from here, we're going to open up, and close in. Open up, and close in, that's 2. Open up, and close in, that's 3. And 4. Open, that's 5. Open, and that's 6. And that's 7. And that's 8. Open. That's 9. Open. That's 10. And that's 11. And that's 12. Give your hips a little wobble side to side. We call that hip flossing, and then switch sides. So we're gonna open that leg up as wide as we can and bring it back in. 1. Open. 2. Open. 3. Open. 4. Open. 5. Open. 6. Open. 7. Open. 8. Open. 9. Open. That's 10. 11. And that's 12. Good. Shake that out, rest that out. And now we're going for raises because we need those hips to be strong enough to raise us up. So we're going up, out, down, up, in, down. 1. Up, out, down, up, in, that's 2. Up, out, down, up, in, down, that's 3. Up, out, down, up, in, that's 4. Up, out, down, up, in, that's 5. Up, out, down, up, in, 6. Up, out, down, up, in, that's 7. Up, out, down, up, in, that's 8. Up, out, down, up, in, that's 9. Up, out, down, up, in, that's 10. Up, out, down, up, in, that's 11. Up, out, down, up, in, that's 12. Again, rock side to side. Make sure your hips are feeling good, and we're switching sides. So, up, out, down, up, in, 1. Up, out, down, up, in, 2. Up, out, down, up, in, that's 3. Up, out, down, up, in, that's 4. Up, out, down, up, in, that's 5. Up, out, down, up, in, that's 6. Up, out, down, up, in, that's 7. Up, out, down, up, in, that's 8. Up, out, down, up, in, that's 9. Up, out, down, up, in, that's 10. Up, out, down, up, in, that's 11. Up, out, down, and up, in, that's 12. Good, relax that out, shake side to side. And then the last one we're doing, those standing from the chair squats. So make sure you get to your appropriate length. Remember, the closer you are to the chair, the easier it is to get up. The further back into your chair, the harder, because you have to get up from that one. If you have to use your hands, but I prefer you not have to, but always be safe, okay? Here we go. Up and back down. That's number 1. Up and back down. That's number 2. Up and back down. That's number 3. Up and back down. That's number 4. Up, back down. That's number 5. Up and back down. That's number 6. Up and back down. That's number 7. Up and back down. That's number 8. up, and back down. That's number 9, up, and back down. That's number 10, up, back down. That's number 11, up, and back down. That's number 12. And again, please go at your pace. I'm only doing this at this pace to keep the video progressing. If you need that break, take that break, okay? Awesome. So at this point, if you're feeling like that's enough, be done. That's awesome. You'll build endurance as you go. For those who are ready, we're gonna go on to our third and final set, back to reaching for these toes. And hopefully at this point, you're reaching much further than you started. So here we go. We're going for 12 of these guys. Reaching all the way out, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and relax. Now the goal for this is for you to be able to go all the way down, but take it at your own pace. I'm not going all the way out. So go here, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and relax. That's 2. Reach out, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, relax. That's 3. Reach, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, relax. That's 4. Reach, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, relax. That's 5. Reach, point, flex, flex. And that's 6. Reach out. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, relax. That's 7. Reach, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. That's 8. Reach, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. That's 9. Reach, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. That's 10. Reach, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. That's 11. One more. Reach, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. And that's number 12. Shake that out, relax for a little bit. Get water if you need it. Water hydrates the body. And then we're on to our torso twists. So as you're getting better and better, start to climb that chair. Here we go. So rotating one way, that's 1. And if I was rotating, I would go like that. Switch to the other side. Good. That's 1. Reach. Good. And reach. Good. That's 2. Reach. And reach. That's 3. Reach. And reach. That's 4. Reach. And reach. That's 5. Reach. And reach. That's 6. Reach. And reach. That's 7. Reach. And reach. That's 8. Reach. And reach. That's 9. Reach. And reach. That's 10. That may have been 10. Reach. That's 11. 11. And number 12. And number 12. May have been one off that, but hey, this is my service, not my business. So here we go. All right, now we're opening up those hips. So right leg reaches out as far as we can and bring it back in. If you want to make this an extra stretch, as you reach out, hit the inside of your foot and then push your foot down so the outside touches and bring it back in. That's 2. And number 3. And number 4. And number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. Number 10. Number 11. Number 12. Good. And switch the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now we're doing those hip raises. So raise up, out, up, in, 1, up, out, up, in, 2, up, out, up, in, 3, up, out, up, in, 4, up, out, up, in, 5, up, out, up, in, 6, up, out, up, in, 7, up, out, up, in, 8, up, out, up, in, 9, up, out, up, in, 10, up, out, up, in, 11, up, out, up, in, 12. Switch sides. Up, out, up, in, 1, up, out, up, in, 2, up, out, up, in, 3, up, out, up, in, 4, up, out, up, in, 5, up, out, up, in, 6, up, out, up, in, 7, up, out, up, in, 8, up, out, up, in, 9, up, out, up, in, 10, up, out, up, in, 11, up, out, up, in, 12. Shake that out, hip floss it. Last one of those standing from a chair squats, and then we're done. Here we go. Up, down, 1, up, down, 2, up, down, 3, up, down, 4, up, down, 5, up, down, 6, up, down, 7, up, down, 8, up, down, 9, up, down, 10, up, down, 11, last one, up, and that's 12. Great job. So do this for your flexibility and hip health, help you to not fall over. And if you have comments, comment below if you have questions. I'm going to continue this series on as I have time within our business. Obviously, we're training kids from 6 in the morning till 9 p.m. 7 days a week, pretty much. So, but I'm going to get these out here because I believe in serving all people, and our elderly or those who are struggling with their ability to move, they need this kind of stuff too. So if you know of a grandparent that needs this video, go ahead and share it to them. Tell them just to suck it up, do it. It's for their health and longevity and to help improve their lives. So thank you guys for watching.